Once upon a time, in the village of Ayutoro, where the palm trees whispered secrets to the wind and the river spirits hummed lullabies at dusk, there lived a poor farmer named Adagun. His hut was as small as his fortunes, and his only treasure was a stubborn, sharp-horned goat named Bamadel. Bamadel was no ordinary goat. She had eyes that gleamed like polished kola nuts, and the villagers swore she understood human speech. One evening, as Adagun returned from his yam farm, his heart sank like a stone in the Omi River. Bamadel was gone. The rope that tethered her was neatly cut, not chewed, and beside it lay a single cowrie shell, glinting under the moonlight. His neighbor, Mama Nkechi, crossed her arms and hissed through her teeth, "Ah! Dis na work of Oluwa. Dat trickster god don come again." Adagun's blood ran cold. Oluwa was no ordinary thief. He was the divine mischief maker, the one who danced between worlds, playing games with mortals for his own amusement. Determined to reclaim Bamadel, Adagun packed a small pouch of groundnuts and set off into the forest, following a trail of cowrie shells. The trees grew taller, their roots twisting into grotesque shapes, and the air thickened with the scent of burning herbs. Soon, he reached a clearing where a figure sat on a fallen log, humming a tune that made Adagun's teeth ache. The man, if he could be called that, was beautiful and terrible all at once. His smile was too wide, his fingers too long, and his voice dripped like honey laced with poison. "Ah, Adagun," Oluwa said, tossing a cowrie shell into the air. "You miss your goat, Abby? But why you no greet me properly? Na wa for you oh." Adagun swallowed his fear and bowed deeply. "Oluwa, great one, I beg you," returned Bamadel. "She is all I have." Oluwa laughed, a sound like cracking bones. "Ah, nothing is free in this world. If you want your goat, you must answer my questions 3. The first question came like a whip. What walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs at noon, and 3 legs in the evening? Adagun's mind raced. He had heard this riddle before, whispered by the elders. "Man," he blurted, "as a baby, he crawls, as a man, he walks, and in old age, he uses a cane." Oluwa's grin widened. "Correct, but dis next one go wound you." He leaned close, his breath smelling of burnt sugar. Who is the father of the child who is not his son? Adagun's thoughts tangled. He thought of village gossip, of secret affairs, but the answer struck him like lightning. The child's father is his mother's husband. So, the man is his father. A flicker of annoyance crossed Oluwa's face. You smarter dan you look. But dis last one go kill you." He snapped his fingers, and the clearing darkened. What is the price of a stolen life? Adagun's mouth went dry. This was no riddle, it was a trap. If he answered wrong, he would join the shadows. If he refused, he would lose Bamadel. Sweat trickled down his back as he whispered, "The price is another life." Silence. Then Oluwa threw back his head and laughed until the trees shook. "Sharp man, you pass my test, but remember, I own your goat now. If you want her back, bring me something precious before the moon dies tonight." Desperate, Adagun ran back to the village, his mind spinning. What could he offer a god who already owned everything? Then it struck him, the one thing Oluwa could not take, a story. Not just any story, but the untold tale of how Oluwa himself was tricked by the cunning tortoise. He returned to the clearing, clutching the ancient parchment. Oluwa's eyes narrowed as Adagun began to speak, weaving the tale of the god's greatest humiliation. As the words spilled forth, Oluwa's form flickered, his power wavering. "Enough!" he roared, but Adagun continued, his voice growing stronger. Finally, Oluwa snarled and snapped his fingers. Bamadel appeared, bleating angrily. "Take your goat and go. But no dis. I will be watching." Adagun fled, Bamadel in tow, but as he reached the village, he noticed something strange. The goat's eyes now glowed faintly in the dark, and her bleats sounded like whispered words. And when he looked back, the cowrie shell in his pocket had turned to solid gold. That night, as Adagun slept, he dreamed of Oluwa's laughter echoing through the trees, and a single phrase repeated in the wind. "The game is not over." When he woke, Bamadel was gone again. But this time, the rope was untouched, and beside his bed lay 2 cowrie shells, one gold, one black. And far away, in the depths of the forest, something that was not quite Oluwa chuckled in the dark.